And welcome once again to Mental Health Moments. Glad to have you here with us as always. Where are all my short attention span people? I got the diagnostics of one of our videos recently, and one of the things that it said was that some of the view times were like 8 seconds. I felt sorry for you, but it spurred a thought to me that I wanted to share tonight, so stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back. Tonight I want to talk with you a little bit about the importance of focus. How about that? I think that we could all use a little bit more of that, the importance of focus as contrasted with the problem of distraction. I recently read a study from September of 2019 with the headline, "Distractions Can Change Our Perceptions of Reality." It was a fascinating study that pointed out that whenever we get distracted, it makes it easier for us to forget important things, while at the same time causing us to believe that some of the things that we have seen are not even real. That's interesting to me. You could literally go on for days and days about that, but the effect that it had on me was to spur me into this thought, the importance of focus and the problem of distractions. And the more I studied it, the more I got concerned because, as you know, we all live in a world that is filled with distractions. That is, as a matter of fact, we could describe our lives as being completely distracted. We wear watches that alert us. We have text messages. We carry phones that buzz. And every other second we're looking down at something. We're checking our phones. We're checking to see what time it is and what's going on and on it goes. And we hear so many initials. And people who have not even been diagnosed, but they give themselves the initials ADD, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that all pointed out to a short attention span. And there is so much research that has pointed out that over the last few decades, our attention span has gotten shorter and shorter. So distractions are a part of our lives. Distractions can be external, such as a noise. You're going along, you're focused pretty good, and then you hear something and it just changes your focus. Signals, fatigue, stress. You can get tired and all of a sudden the next thing you know, you're distracted. It can be caused by a number of factors, including the loss of interest in the primary activity. I don't know how many of you will admit to that, but sometimes we jump into something and we're all excited about it, and then the next thing we know, we're distracted by everything else, and inability to pay attention due to various reasons or the intensity of the distraction. In fact, while I was studying this, I got distracted myself, I will admit, as I started chasing down what they said were the greatest distractions in life. I want to give them to you, so here they are. Waiting for a brighter tomorrow. There is nothing wrong with thinking about the future, but there are some people that live every day, too much of their lives, waiting for a better day. There's going to be a better day when that day is right here. Next, being a worry wart. Anybody want to admit to that? Most people don't, but it's true. Reminiscing about the past. How often do we find ourselves waxing melancholy about something in the past? It can be a complete distraction. Reminiscing about the past can be a problem. Keeping up with the Joneses. I'll just leave that hanging in the air. Keeping up with everybody else around you. I've got to look like they do and have the yard that they have, and all that goes along with it. How about the distraction of making money as your number one goal in life? I believe in prospering. It's important because when you prosper, you can bless everyone around you. But when that becomes the overarching focus of your life, it's not a good thing. Focusing on negative things can be a problem. You know people like that. Sometimes we all, I think, maybe get like that a little bit. We start seeing the worst first, comparing yourselves with others. How often we do that, that's a distraction, and the pursuit of perfection, which is a complete distraction. I had to bring myself back to the initial thought somewhere along the way, the importance of focus. Focus means close attention or concentration. Focus means that I am paying attention to this and what I am doing right now. In therapy, we call that mindfulness. Mindfulness is being aware of your moment, being aware of your situation, being aware and being alive in that present moment. Focus is so important because it is the gateway to our thinking, our perception, our memory. Focus is important for learning and reasoning and problem solving and all that goes along with that, decision making. Without good focus, all aspects of your ability to think will suffer. And one of the things that we need to be doing clearly every day is thinking. The old saying is, if you can't focus effectively, you can't think effectively. Now, right now, somebody is reaching for the off button on your... Stay with it. The power of focus is simply this. When you understand what you really want, you find you can accomplish anything with little to no distraction. It's important. It's not quite as easy as it sounds, but when it is managed properly, good focus can catapult your life and career to places that you never thought that it could. The ability to be able to concentrate on one thing at one time. In therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy says change your thinking, change your life. Change your thinking, change your life. But you could also change that a little bit and say change your focus, change your life. Change your focus, change your life. Being focused on one thing for a certain period allows you to do better and have better quality. You can have a better quality of work. You can get more things done easier and quicker. Your creative mind begins to flow. I think that's one of the problems with so many people. We get overwhelmed by so much that's going on in our lives, so much distraction. Being focused on one task at a time is less stressful on your mind. So if you find yourself recently struggling with, some stress in your life, maybe it's because there's a lot of distraction and you're not focused. And it's also true, studies have proven that being less stressed allows you to be happier. So one of the keys to being happier in your life is to be able to focus on whatever it is that you're focused. People who are not focused end up spending their time chasing rabbits, doing almost anything but their most important work. You know how that is. Their choice is often dictated by urgency or other people's priorities, bullies who dictate to them, this is what you should be doing. Sometimes we lose our focus and we start doing whatever feels easier for us to do rather than what is important for us to do. And sometimes it's important. So focus matters. That's the long and the short of it all. So what about you? Do you see this? Do you recognize it in yourself? How about you? Are you able to focus? If you would, put that down in the comments. Yes, I'm a very focused person. Or are you one of those people that watches a video for 8 seconds and goes, squirrel, and leaves on and goes on to something else? Focus is important. So if you would, put something in the comments. How do you focus? What helps you? What do you do when you start to get distracted? I know for myself, it's an ongoing battle because my mind is always at work. My mind is always clicking about something. And so if I don't bring it under control, the next thing you know, I'm thinking about multiple things all at one time and really losing the focus, the ability to focus on anything at one time. So for me, it's a constant battle. If you are a subscriber, we're glad to have you along with us. If you are not, join us. Share the channel. Let somebody know that we're here. Every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, we drop content right here, and we hope that this has been something that would help you. If you wouldn't mind, take the time to listen, watch it again, think, and give a comment if you would. And if nothing else, we will look forward to seeing you next time as we focus on what really matters right here on Mental Health Moments.